Hi everyone, welcome to the final video of the management consulting series. I think it's been an amazing video so far, or it's been an amazing journey so far, and I've really enjoyed sharing my perspectives, my thoughts, my opinions, my views on the things I believe you would be interested in or not. But it's been an amazing journey, and thank you so much for sticking with me all this time. Hi everyone, welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is Faith Adeshayo. I'm a YouTuber based in Lagos, Nigeria. I'm also a management consultant. I've been a management consultant for 3 years plus now. I work with one of the MBB firms, and it's been an amazing journey so far. I've made a couple of videos, I think in previous weeks, on how to become a management consultant, the typical lifestyle of a management consultant, what do we actually do as a management consultant. So I would advise you go ahead to watch all these other videos before watching this one, because I feel like this is the final lap of the race. Like, this is the final thing you should be checking out. But if you've not made the decision of if you want to become a consultant or not, this video may not be as relevant to you or not. But anyways, let's jump right into the video for today. I'm super excited about it. So today's video is about steps to become a management consultant, like steps to take, like the whole application process, interview stage, what's it about, what's done there, and how do you eventually go from applying to getting the final offer. So the first thing is their first steps. Their first steps going from applying to getting your offer. And the first is actually submitting your application. So here is where you submit your CV, your cover letter, your transcript, you submit all the documents required of you. And most of the times the company would issue out is it like a call for application. I don't know what the word is called, but like you would find it on the company's website. Applications are now open for this role, for this position. You'd mostly find on the company's website or on job opportunity platforms, like I think maybe opportunities for Nigeria, Glassdoor. There are all these career website firms that publish these opportunities time and time again. So you would mostly find either directly on the company's website, or you find on this website that applications are now open. Find on the company website or the job career website on when applications are open for you to apply, or when opportunities open in the firm for you to apply for. So the next step after finding this opportunity is to figure out what are the documents required of you. So most companies actually would require your CV, your cover letter, your transcript. I think those are the three main documents. And I think maybe there's an application form on the website as well that you need to fill in. But really, you need to make sure your CV is 100%, your cover letter is 100%, your transcript to the best of your ability. Like, make sure your grades are good enough for the job. Yes, so I think that's the first step. So you submit all your documents, and you submit your application actually before the deadline. And then the next would be a call for a test. So I said there are four steps. One is applying, so you submit your applications. The next is you are actually shortlisted for a test. So the test here will most likely be a case test if you're applying for a management consulting role. So here it's a case test. It could be online, it could be physical, depending on the company you're applying to, depending on the country you're in. All this might vary, but most of the time it's a case test. What's the case test, you might ask? It's simply I understand it as a virtual case interview. So here basically your interviewer is the computer. So they have programs like a case in the computer already. The computer gives you this brief of company A wants to buy out company B, company C wants to merge with company D. The computer gives you the scenario, and then you are required to make business decisions. So maybe the scenario is company A wants to buy out company B. What time This is purely illustrative now, right? What time do you believe, or what conditions should be looked at before deciding on the merger or before deciding on the acquisition? There are a couple of options, or it's blank for you to fill in what you think the company should do. Now, based on the answer, if your answer, is similar to the programmed answer already in the case test, the computer then gives you the next question. Okay, we go with your first option of you need to consider the business performance, the financials of the business, and then maybe it gives you like an excerpt. So maybe like a picture, an image of just like the company performance over the years. Maybe it's been declining, maybe it's been, increasing, whatever it is. And then the computer then asks you, based on the graph above, what do you think we should explore first? Should we look at the revenue, blah 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 blah, and then so it's like a what's it called, it's like a virtual interview, but here the interview is with the computer. I'm not sure if you get what I'm saying, right? And so so the computer asks you a question, you answer, then based on your answer it gives you the next question and you answer, and at the end of the day you come up with a conclusion of, do you buy the company, do you merge with the company, do you acquire the company or not. So here is how I think the test will look like. By the way, like I said, it might vary based on your country, based on the company you're applying to. This is not a one size fits all, just based on my own experience, right? So after this test, you're required to then like give a 1 minute video, or submit a 1 minute video, sorry, of your recommendation to the company. And here you are required to use all the information you've gotten so far. So maybe after analyzing, your decision is the company should not merge with the other company. And so you say, my recommendation to the CEO based on my initial analysis is the company should not merge based on ABC reasons. I would suggest maybe you perform, deeper analysis, you perform more research, or you think of merging with this other business. You just give your recommendation. So you basically summarize your analysis, synthesize everything, and then give your recommendation. So that's the second part. That's the case test. Now, you applied, you were shortlisted for the test. Hooray! You've been shortlisted. Post the test now for the interview. Like, marvelous. In my perspective, the case test is the most difficult part of the interview because it's just you and a computer. If your answer doesn't necessarily fit with the computer's programmed answer, I don't know what happened to them, but I saw the case test at least as the most like difficult part of the application process. After the case test, you're then shortlisted for the interview stage. Now, the interview stage is where there's now a lot of practice, I would say. Practice, because your interview is not just going to be a case interview. Most of the time it has like the fit aspect, so that's where you have questions of where do you want to be in 5 years, what do you see yourself as, when have you solved the conflict, all these typical interview questions. They would ask you that and then have a case interview afterwards. So I would say here you need to show yourself as a good person, as a lovable person, as someone I would be willing to work with if I was your interviewer. And then you need to demonstrate your soundness in solving case problems. So you're shortlisted for the interview. In most companies, you wouldn't just have one interview. You could have between like 4 to 5 or 6, depending on how many stages there are, right? And then a final decision is made. So your first 2 or 3 interviews you will typically have them with either senior consultants or project managers or leaders, but they are not partners, just like managers, um, you know, directors or so, but you don't have them with the partners. And here it's going to be a case interview as well. So they give you a case, you're required to analyze it, and then like you do the whole, I think we should structure it this way, They test your numeracy, they test your communication skills, they test your ability to synthesize your point and offer good recommendations. So you have this. So all the interviews actually they'll be testing the same thing. So your first two interviews will probably be with a more junior person, not necessarily as junior as you are, but you won't be. I don't think the first sets of interviews will be with like the partners or directors or MDPs. I don't think so. So once you successfully scale through that, you then have another set of interviews here with the partners, directors, the managing directors and partners. And here it's really going to be a case interview as well, but the structure might be different. Here they want to just see how you reason as a person, see just see how you're able to solve problems, see how you're able to handle yourself in like meetings with CEOs or meetings with top executives. Just see your demeanor, see your disposition, see your composure. They're basically testing how you are able to solve a problem, but here there are other things that they might be looking out for as well. And I would say I think here is a good time to ask like really reasonable, knowledgeable questions. Across all the stages of your interviews, you will be asked, "Oh, do you have any question for the interviewer?" I think in the junior side or the junior interview stage, you can be more technical in your questions. So you ask them, "Oh, how is it like working with this client?" You can be more technical, my advice. But with the MDPs, you really want to get their perspective on, you've been here for over 10 years now. For you to be an MDP, if you didn't come in as an expert or so, like, you've been here for a long period of time. How has the experience really been for you? Like, why did you decide to stay this long? I think here is where you really want to test if the company or this role is for you, because people you're speaking with are sound. They have this experience, they have this expertise, they've been here for a long time. I think they are best positioned to answer your question. So if I were in your shoes, I would be really you ask them the things you really want to know the answers to, not all these cliche questions. That if I was one, I would actually really be honest with them and say, how exactly do you balance work and life? Having worked in this company on this as on this, as a consultant for more than 10 years now, how have you just been able to balance things out? How have you been able to merge this role with your personal drive, your personal purpose and ambitions? Like, I would suggest more candor and honesty in the questions you're asking the partners or the MDPs, because I think like their answers will might be the defining factor of if this is the right position for you or right role for you at this point in your time, at this point in your life. Okay. And then the final stage after the partner interviews, the MVP interviews, is the offer. So these are the ones that would really decide is this person coming into the firm or not, and they make the final decision. And then you get your offer. Hooray! And then you go out, you celebrate with friends, you just say, "Oh my god, I thank you for this long journey you brought me through." So that for me is like the four stages you would go through when applying to become a management consultant in an MBB firm, a top four, a big four firm. I think those are the four stages you would go through. Those are the four stages I went through. So like based on my perspectives, but you can like Google, research, watch other YouTube videos, and maybe you find one that is specifically tailored to your country, the company you're applying to. And yes, I hope this video was helpful. I hope this series actually was helpful. Definitely let me know if you have other questions you'd like me to answer in the comment section, and if I cannot dedicate a full video to it, I would either reply you, make a short about it, or just try to answer your question in the best way possible. Thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it, and see you in other videos. Bye. Hi everyone, welcome to the final series of the manage